Hello traders out there in Traderland, D7 here with Grok Trade, and the markets are looking like they could be in some big trouble. Let's take a look. Been trading in the live markets 25 years using technical analysis and hedge fund manager nowadays, running 2 quant funds. Taking a look here at the markets, we're looking at the monthly chart of this S&P 500 ETF called the Spider, SPY. And if you look at this, we're in a huge rising wedge. In the huge rising wedge, if you look back here, this was the big technology run in the 90s. This was the technology bubble pop going into 2000 to 2003. This was the big rally from 2003 all the way to 2008, and this was the Great Recession, which was 2008 market correction, huge drop. And then we have gone higher and higher and higher. I mean, ever since, 2009. So 2009, we've been going higher, 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 higher. 2022, we had a little bull pullback, and then we rallied higher right now. So this is a rising wedge. A rising wedge is more bearish than it is bullish. Again, a monthly chart. Each one of these bars are 1 month. The thing I want to share with you guys is the fact that if you blow this up, if you blow this up, a rising wedge can get really, really, really bearish if these trend lines get broken. So we're asking ourselves this question: what are the chances that the monthly chart can come down and break this little trend line, but the main trend line right there, the main trend line right here? If you do the main trend line right here, this we're looking at the 50-month moving average, this red one right here, which the markets tend to respect. So the monthly chart, we got the red moving average there, it's the 50. We found support, found major support there, major support here. The question is, will that 50-month moving average and this trend line, which is a main trend line, it goes back many, many years, many years, will they hold? What I look at as a technician is when it dropped, hit the area of support, when it rallied back up, did it hit the resistance area where it should have hit? The answer is, so far, the answer is no. Not only did it not hit the upper trend line, it fell short of even getting back to the previous swing high. So the S&P 500 of the largest blue chip companies out there, had the ability to rally higher, but failed to hit that high, let alone the upper trend line. So this tells me we have relative weakness in the market. In other words, this chance of dropping and getting to these trend lines are really quite high. The question is, when we get there, will buyers come in and drive it back up, or will they drop? I'm taking a look here at the MACD. Look at the MACD crossover. For example, if you were to go back just, look at these. So do you see how the MACD comes up and we get a crossover right there? So we go from green bars to red bars. That's all I'm saying. We dropped for 2 to 3 months right there. Then right here we crossed over. We went from green bars to red bars. And we dropped for 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 months, and then the 4th month we rallied back. Tried to. We come up, 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 we cross over there, we go from green bars to red bars, and we had a huge sell-off. Guys, this was the Corona crash of 2020. That's what you're seeing there. Then we go higher, 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 higher. We go green, 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 and then we get red bars. We go here and we get a big 2022 market correction, big drop to the downside. We come up, 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 and as we speak, we got a crossover and we got a red candlestick. Okay, so there it is. It's not a candlestick, that's a red histogram tick. Now, here's the point I need to make. We have 1 more week. This is a dynamic moving candlestick. This candlestick has not yet closed. So for that reason, we can't get too excited about this red bar saying that we're getting ready to go big time bearish, because if next week becomes big time bullish, that red bar could turn out to be a green bar, and these 2 lines crossing over will uncross themselves. So we are waiting for the end of next week to know if this is going to be a crossover, and does that tell us that we could be heading down and soon. So overall, in the big picture, when I zoom back out, we have a huge rising wedge, which is a bearish formation. Okay, you can see where I draw my lines here. Bearish formation, big rising wedge. And then we're rallied higher but failed to hit resistance, so we're slowing down and we're starting to drop. So the next few months could be really, really bloody. And 2024 could be very, very bearish. All right, a quick look at the NASDAQ. What's that showing us? It's showing us a double top. It almost got, same thing, big rising wedge. It's big rising wedge. That's no bueno. No good, big rising wedge, and we're at major resistance. We couldn't even get to the upper trend line, let alone the previous swing high. You can see that right there. Previous swing high. We're showing a drop. If you look here, we have a crossover and a red candlestick. Last time we had green going into red, we had a major market correction. Doesn't look major here, but think about how bloody 2022 was. That's what this is here. Each candlestick is 1 month, okay? So we're seeing this. We could be at a major top here with a major drop. Some people say this is a double top, M for murder. So that could be in the makings right now. I'm telling you guys this. If this is the top here, we drop down, we will break through these. And when we break through these, look for a sizable drop to the downside. It could get choppy and just go lower, but it could be a nasty little drop. So just be prepared for that, okay? So if we look at the Russell's 2000, we're not even near the highs. This turned into a bear flag, and this is what it's a, well, if you zoom in here, you see the symmetrical triangle right there, the little symmetrical triangle? It broke out and immediately came back in. This could be a death hook to the downside, and this could get bearish and quickly. Financials look very similar. We're nowhere near the previous swing highs. Nowhere near the previous swing highs. And we have built a huge symmetrical triangle right now. This has built up a ton of pressure. This is either going to pop straight down or pop straight up. Look for a major move here taking place on the markets because the financials have coiled big time, building up a ton of pressure. So those quickly, guys, if what I shared with you is worth a thumbs up, it doesn't cost you anything to give me a thumbs up. So give me a thumbs up. It doesn't cost you anything to do that. It just says, hey, you appreciate what I'm giving you. If I go to the weekly charts, now, the weeklies are closed. That means these dudes are the real deal. This is the financials. We're going to work backwards. Financials had a symmetrical triangle, and it broke down. That is very, very bad to see. That's a huge bearish move to the downside. That's not great. Russell's 2000 had a big symmetrical triangle. Let me go to a line chart. I want to see this. Support, support, support. Where we closed under it. You guys see this? We closed under it, so it broke support. This is no good. Markets could, on the weekly charts, could really get slippery and drop here pretty aggressively. So that it's broken support. How about the tech stocks? Tech stocks had a symmetrical triangle right there, broke down. We have a trend line coming up that it needs to hold. It broke down here below. If you look at this, it's an SMA. It's going to be my 20-week moving average, and it broke below that, so that's not great. The MACD red bars on the histogram and getting ready to go into the below the zero line, which is bearish territory. The diamonds, quick look there, broke major trend lines going down. That is really bearish. Rising wedge breaking down right now. Spiders, if you look at this big symmetrical triangle, and we broke it actually last week to spiders, And we talked about that. We said, yeah, if this could get slippery and get really bearish fast. And sure enough, we went really bearish and fast. We have major support coming up. If the rest of the markets drop, don't look for that support to give it much hope. It should bleed right down through that. The only hope that the markets have right now is that we're way oversold. And what I mean by that, and we could get a bounce next week, and that could really heal a lot of this damage quite a bit, but it's going to have to do a lot of healing to do it. Let me explain this to you. If I go over here to the spiders, okay, and you look at the relative strength, RSI, we're way oversold. See this? Way oversold, and we're at a major area of support. If you look at this, it broke through this support. It broke through this support, gap down below it, and then we broke this area of support. So as soon as it broke that trend line, that was in lots of trouble, and sure enough, that's what happened. MACD looks like it's wanting to start crossing up. We're way oversold on the RSI. In other words, we should be bouncing here. And if we bounce and that bounce lasts 5 days, for example, it could heal a lot of the damage that the weekly charts have sustained, okay? That could happen. If you look here at the NASDAQ, we're at major support right now. Do you guys see this? Major support, but look at this. Do you guys see the candlestick reversal pattern that I see? That's a tweezer bottom at major support. So you have major support and a tweezer bottom at the same time. Really bullish, especially with the RSI at oversold areas. We have the MACD looking to roll higher. This would be a great place for the buyers to come in and rally up on the daily charts. Again, the monthlies are really bearish. The weeklies are getting bearish. Everything on the larger time frames are bearish, but the dailies are saying we've been having our heads handed to us. We need a chance to go higher here, but it could be short-lived. So if we get a pop, let's say Monday, and that pop can keep enough strength to get through Tuesday, you could very easily start to see big money come in and sell into that strength. You know, just glad that they got some more dollars out of it before they get out and sell themselves. So that's something to be watching for. The question is, will we initially start off bullish on Monday and then sellers come in, or will it go Monday, Tuesday, maybe even Wednesday before the sellers come in, or will we go all week and no selling comes in? It's very interesting what's going to happen next week, and that will tell the tale. Overall, the markets look really bearish, and people are going to start looking for opportunities to say, I need to be out and not have this exposure in the markets. So that's what they're looking to do. If the markets do slide, it gives a lot of us an opportunity to make some good money to the downside. And you want to be able to make money to the downside as well as to the upside. And Russell's 2000 daily chart, it's down, 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 way oversold, just oversold. But we did break a trend line, gap down below it. And the question is, can we get back above it? If we can get back above it in this little triangle here, that could be a bullish death hook that could get crazy bullish. I think the odds are against that. Financials broke the trend line 2 days ago. Huge break 2 days ago. Friday continued down, but we're now at major support. See that major support coming across? Major support, and then we have major support here. Major support, and we're oversold. It should bounce. Everything's saying it should bounce. U.S. dollar just keeps melting to the upside. If you look at this, we're in a rising wedge, big bearish divergence on the MACD, and we're just melting higher and higher and higher and higher. But the U.S. dollar is really overbought. You can see that here. It's begging to drop back down. Gold, take a look at gold. It got up on the daily, broke out for one moment, came right back down, boom, boom, it's chopping around. Now we're in a falling wedge, which is more bullish than it is bearish, okay? Big falling wedge. And we're building kind of a bull flag at the upper part of this trend line. So watch this. There could be a nice breakout opportunity there for gold, silver. Big symmetrical triangle, just choppy, up, down, up, down, up, down. And then we had the abandoned baby, very exotic candlestick reversal pattern. And sure enough, it had rallied straight up after that. Not too bad. Market makers gapped it down to this trend line, and then they rallied back up. I think market makers are seeing more upside opportunity here for gold and silver. So with that said, guys, be prepared. We're going to be, and we're gearing up for it right now, we're looking at doing some educational classes, some advanced educational classes, and we're going to try to keep them under 60 minutes. So everybody will kick in a few bucks, and it just keeps the riffraff out. If you want, we did the same thing with our trading club. I started with 4 people in my trading club, meetup.com. Matter of fact, you can still find it. It's at meetup.com. It's not active anymore, but I still have the club because I moved to Tampa, but it's called the Carmel, Indiana, Carmel Stock Traders Club. And over 500 in membership. I mean, really, really big. And we all kicked in some money to come in to be part of this. And so I'm going to be teaching some high-end stuff. Like maybe the first class I'm going to be teaching is the, believe it or not, the death hooks, the bullish death hooks and the bearish death hooks, how to spot them, how to trade them, how to capitalize off of them. So be prepared. We'll be talking about how you can register for these, be a part of it. And then I'm looking to do a trend lines course. I'm looking to do the 1, 2, 3 punch strategy that we have. I'm looking to really come in and do little bite sizes, educational pieces that can immediately help you make profits in the market. So anyway, there it is. If you're still here and listening, let's look at a couple tech stocks. Let's look at a couple tech stocks. This is Apple. Apple's at a major area of support. Buyers should come in right now at that. AMD is oversold, but it broke a major area of support. You got to be careful with this one. It could be a short-lived bounce there. Amazon broke major support. You could get a dead cat bounce here soon. Be ready for it. BABA had a big pop here on huge volume. It wasn't even earning. So BABA, some news must have broke. But this is another abandoned baby. You see the abandoned baby right there that gets really, really bullish. So BABA could continue higher. Baidu, another abandoned baby. And check this out. We have a symmetrical triangle. It broke down, immediately comes back in. Not only do we have an abandoned baby on Baidu, but we have a bullish death hook, and MACD's getting ready to cross up bullish. We were oversold, getting ready to head higher. Wow, guys, very, very interesting to see. Do I care about any others I want to look at? Facebook is chopping sideways. I would stay away from. Wait a second. Symmetrical triangle. This could be, oh no, guys. Microtechnologies could be a bearish death hook in the making right now. That could be really bearish and fast. Netflix is at major areas of support and way oversold. It should bounce at some point. Nvidia, way oversold, but we broke major areas of support. It could be a dead cat bounce, short-lived bounce. Tesla's down 4%. Major little drop. It's just a bull pullback off of this rally. Big symmetrical triangle. So it'd be interesting to find out. We're getting into oversold areas. It'd be interesting to see if we bounce back up higher here. So if you like the video, feel free to subscribe. If you like what we're doing here, love to have you. And invite you to look into our training. We have a 3-day training, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, going into this coming month. And it's all done through Zoom. If you've been following us for any time at all and you like what we're sharing and you think you could learn something from us, I promise you can. So feel free to look into our mentorship. You can do that at groktrade.com. So you guys rock. Thank you for everything. And just to let you know, shout out to you guys who shout us out. And very much appreciate you. So you guys rock. Love you for shouting us out to people. Let me know when you do. I like to give you a shout out. And some of you guys found a way that you can tip me. I'm not asking for tips. You can save your money. But it's kind of cool when I see you tip me and there's like this money that comes in. It's like, wow, did not expect that. So very cool to see you guys doing that. Thank you. Not expected, and I'm not asking for that, okay? So, but it's very, very cool to see. Shout out and kudos to you all. Take care. We'll catch you guys later. Bye. Guys, why are you still here? You're supposed to be gone while I still have you. If you haven't joined the 301 mentorship yet, seriously give that some serious thought. Mark the Meerkat's been trading a long time in the markets. As you know, I have too. We take people under our wing and we teach you what we do to trade in the live markets. We trade a significant amount of money on a day-to-day basis in the live markets ourselves. If you're going to learn from anybody, learn from us. It's the 301 mentorship program. We've been doing this a long time, and we're happy to help you. There you have it. Now, get out of here.